Dr. Ndou, thank you so much again for your time. You and I, just about over an hour ago, in fact, we were talking about the ANC and how it needs to look at the branches and how that is going to be an important part of the conversation. It's as if we predicted that this was also going to form part of the speech tonight. The ANC president saying that in the coming weeks, the NEC is going to be meeting and they're going to take a deep dive into the state of their branches, looking at the state of the party and saying that they're going to be going branch by branch in order to ensure that they try to remedy some of what has gone on there. What is your reaction, particularly on this matter?
Quite expected that the president and the Lekgotla had to look at the state of the branches, which are the veins of the organization. My view is that the ANC appears to have taken an approach that seeks to suggest that you need to start with the basics, you need to start with your branches, because without stronger branches, regions and provinces, you cannot talk about the programs that the ANC is supposed to have in government. Without stronger branches, you won't be able to rule over your own deployees because they'll be having nowhere to account. Without stronger structures and the alliance, you will get the ANC not doing well in the elections. So I think the Lekgotla took a decision to say, let's start where we come from. They come from an organization, and to have a stronger government, you also therefore need a very strong branch and the alliance to be able to provide sufficient support to those that are in government.
What is the, the possibility then of them reimagining this particular alliance? Because we've been hearing about the reconfiguration of the alliance for quite some time now, and he says that they're going to ensure that, again, they are investing in this particular relationship. They're going to be re-looking this particular relationship in order to ensure that things are strengthened going forward.
From its inception, the leader of the alliance has always been the ANC. And what the other alliance partners would bring would be the interest of other groupings in society, but also at the same time, having to play the role of strengthening the alliance as alliance partners. My sense is that it would appear as if the alliance would be strong, or there could be consultation only when there are certain events that are taking place. And I think what they need to do is to re-look at the programs that would happen, which had happened in the past, alliance programs where the alliance partners are able to sit down, strategize on the way forward, look at the challenges that alliance partners are having, and also have strategies in which alliance partners contribute in the veins and in the life of the ANC. And what we've actually observed in the last few years is a situation where the relationship in the alliance has always been very tricky, in the sense that they would be characterized by bashing each other and creating contradictions that are too open, that creates a situation where the things would appear not to be going well in the alliance. But at the same time, I would love to expect to see the alliance not only participating as branch members or branches of the ANC. The alliance should constantly keep their own character and identity, but feed into the life of the broader alliance. And in my view, that will be able to strengthen the ANC. Equally, I expect the alliance to be very honest with the ANC, where the ANC is not doing well, or where the ANC could appear not to be doing as expected by the alliance partners. I expect the alliance partners to ensure that the ANC does toe the line.
Of course, lots to talk about there. To say whether or not they will listen is another thing. But he speaks about the quality of ANC members, and that occupied a lot of his speech tonight. He also says, and I quote, "We need ANC members, volunteers, leaders who are committed, selfless, have integrity, and of course display the highest level of discipline." And then at the same time, he talks about the fact that, we cannot continue to live lavish lifestyles and also appearing to be looking after ourselves, and not even the best communication strategy will be able to help with this, and saying, let's not occupy the headlines for all the wrong reasons. Let us be known for excellence as well as competence. Looking at the fact that, there are branches, there's also the leadership and officials when it comes to this particular political party. When they then are doing this audit and looking at branch by branch in that NEC meeting, what are they likely to find, particularly against the backdrop of what he's saying here?
Part of the renewal program, in my view, would be to look at the kind of the members that the ANC would attract. Part of the renewal program would be to ensure that branches have got programs where they deal with political education, where they deal with induction, but also branches should also, in my view, be given the powers to be able to accept and reject certain people joining the organization. There is a saying that goes like, the better, the fewer. There was a moment in which the ANC celebrated 1 million members, and that has actually exposed the ANC, because the focus at the time was on membership and not on quality. And I think as part of the renewal program, the ANC should therefore be able to attract right people who are supposed to be there for the right reasons. At the same time, you need the ANC branches and regions that are able to ensure that those that are deployed in strategic positions in government are supposed to toe the party line. And in terms of discipline, corruption and wrongdoing, you should also be able to disseminate responsibilities to branches so that they are able to deal with those tendencies. Because in some instances, you'll find that some of the wrongdoers, the processes will be quite prolonged to an extent where at the time when decisions are supposed to be taken, a lot of information is diminished, and at the same time, there is a lot of manipulation of processes. So the ANC that is harsh, the ANC that is quick to take decisions will be best for its growth.